Hi everybody, it's Holytaboo, and in this series of videos I'm going to show you how you can make some easy combat skill points through doing some pretty simple quests. Now I'm going to break this down into a couple of parts so it's not too much, but what I'll do, I'll tell you the quest name, tell you the location, and in the video you can see where to go and what to do. As you've probably learned by now, as you're going through Black Desert Online, it can be a real pain if you haven't got the amount of combat skill points you need just to finish off certain moves, to get certain ultimates, and to make your build really work. Now, normally if you haven't got these combat skill points, you spend a lot of time grinding, and as you know, this can be really frustrating and tedious. So to help with this, what I've done is I've found, I think, about 43 quests all in all, and these quests will give you a lot more combat skill points. Now, I can't quite remember how many it is all in all, but no doubt as we go along, I'll do a count up. But anyway, for the first part of this video, I'll do the first 7, and I believe it's about 12 combat skill points you'll get from this. So really, that's quite a few hours of grinding when you get to that latter part of the game. So I hope you find this helpful and enjoy. So for the first quest, we're going to go to the Eastern Gateway, which is just under Heidel. Now, to actually get the quest, we have to do a little amity game with Havano Tito. Now, as you can see, I've already done the game, but you have to get to 500 amity. So play the game, and as soon as you play the game, this chap here has a quest for you. So this soldier gives you Rhundi's Rebels Core Strength. And this quest will actually give you 1 combat skill point, some small HP potions, a bronze key, and you get to choose between a Uria ring or a Uria earring. Now, of course, these are always useful because you can take them and sell them. People always are using these for fail stacks. And if you're watching this thinking you don't know what fail stacks are, yes, I'll do a video on it at a later date. But I can imagine if you're watching this now to find out how to get some more combat skill points, you're probably already on your fail stack route. So, this description of this quest while we're zooming away there says a soldier at the Eastern Gateway has asked you to get revenge on the rebels, saying his colleagues were killed by their core units. They are guarding Rhundi, so you should beware of Rhundi too. Now, of course, when you go through all the castle ruins, which you probably spent plenty of time here when you were leveling, you go up to the top part of the castle. Now, as you'll soon see in a moment, the only thing you have to do is just go in here, park your horse up, and just kill as many of these units as it takes to pop up. Now, I don't know if it just worked that you just need to kill the units in front of Rhundi himself, even though the ones outside are marked as quest units. But hey, maybe it's just the look of the RNG, you know how these things go. Now, luckily in this video I'm being a tamer, so I've got quite a nice big AoE pull, and boom, quickly quest done. I don't think there's anything you even have to loot, but you do it. And as soon as you've done this, obviously the only thing you have to do back then is run back and pick up your points. So, of course, as we're going back, funnily enough, once again, we'll speed this up to run all the way back. Now, obviously, the beauty of doing these simple quests, I don't know if there's people out there, but I'm pretty sure there are. When you go to power level up another character, you don't tend to do all these quests at the start. So, obviously, what I'll be doing is going through these quests, trying to point out the key areas and telling you what to do in order to get them. So, for this one, it was quite easy. Well, then again, a 500 damage game was quite hard to get. Well, it wasn't so hard, you get used to it after trying to get your Grinnells, I'm sure, but still. So you go back to the guy by the tent, speak to him, hand it in, collect your rewards, and hey presto, wow, here you go, 1 more combat skill point, and it saved you, I don't know what, an hour, half an hour, something like that of grinding, so there you go. So for our next quest, we're going south of the Fogan Marsh. Now we're actually looking for an NPC called Nelson Wise. Now Nelson Wise will give us a quest called the Fogan Ecological Research. Now this is a pretty straightforward quest, and again it's going to give us some nice easy skill points. This quest was so easy, in fact, as you see, I'd already completed it, but what you had to do was go up to the Fogan Marsh and actually just had to gain knowledge from killing the buildings. So it was a really straightforward and very easy one, rewarding 3 skill points. Wow! So quest number 3, and this one is super simple. Go underneath Glish and you'll find something called the Glish Swamp. Now also you have to do is find one of these Naga commanders, and when you look in your loot you'll see this green item, the Naga commander's neck ornament. Now right click it and then a new quest will appear in your map. Now when you open up your map you'll see always what you have to do is go back to the Northwestern Gateway and give the prize over to a guy called Ramar. Now as you see this, we'll look on the map, we'll run up, and then we'll hand it in and we'll get our reward. So once again I'm going to speed this up and go all the way back up to the Northwestern Gateway, which as you can see isn't very far, and you'll see Rama, he's sort of standing there really at the entrance. Speak to him and hey, he gives you 1 skill point and also 1 ancient bronze coin. A bit of free money, but let's be fair, we're here for the skill points. So for our fourth quest, some easy combat skill points, we're going to the Moretti plantation. This is really south of Heidel, and this is another simple quest. Now it does come with an amity game, you only have to get to 100. So go up to the lady, speak to her, she's the first when you enter the building. You have to just get 100. When you do, you'll get this quest called Seed Pouch. Now all what you have to do when you get the quest is go out into the fields and kill some of the scarecrows. It's about a 9% chance for this item to drop. You come back and you get rewarded very nicely with 2 combat skill points. How easy is that, hey? Wow! So for our 5th quest, we're going to Alejandro Farm, which is west of Heidel. Now here we speak to an NPC called Kid, and he has a quest called Parasitic Bees Weakness. Now again, this is just gaining knowledge of the bees, which if you're doing this on an alt, you've probably already done it. But speak to this kid and hey, he gives you 1 combat skill point. If the quest isn't there, just do the other quests in the area and it will pop up. This is really simple and really easy. So for quest number 6, we're going to the southwestern gateway, where we're actually going to look for a vendor called Moniku. Now it's one of those really weird badger looking people, but hey, not going to judge. Anyway, he has a quest called Don't Interrupt My Business, and this is again another simple one. This is 2 combat skill points for doing really very little. Now you saw on the map where we need to go. I'm going to speed ahead and get past this, so here we go. So we're actually on the way to the Red Orc camps. Now just to go over the quest, it says emergency humans queak. Don't know why it says that. The wagon delivering my stuff got raided by Red Orcs. Queak. I don't know if that's supposed to be a queak or a quack, but hey, I'm not going to judge. Anyway, that's an important stuff, queak. I'll give you something in return if you find it, queak. So when you get to the quest area, this is really simple. It's just a matter of killing some orcs and getting their drops. Now, just for your information, while I'm doing it in the background, we have to get 3 quest items from long red orcs. The drop chance is apparently about 45%. Then we have to go kill some red orcs. They drop 5 of these items at a 75% drop chance. And then we have to find one of the large ones, a red orc elite soldier. And this has apparently a 60% drop chance. So if you're lucky first time, if not, you'll get it the second. Now again, as I'm going around killing all these red orcs, I'm going to speed the video just a slight bit, just because I don't really want to show off my absolutely amazing Tamer play, as you can see. Now for your guys' information, Tamer's my newest alt, so to say, and I'm finding the class really enjoyable. I've learned some new tricks. I'm loving this sort of Q cancel into the jab, into the sort of the legendary bees power to do another jab bolt thing, and also the jumping around. It's really fun. This class is super fun to play. So anyway, now I've finally finished the quest. It says quest complete, and we can get back on the horse and start going back to hand it in. Now when we're back, we go and speak to Moniku, and hey, look, here's your 2 combat skill points. Very easy. Hurrah! Now on to quest number 7 to give us some of these lovely free combat skill points. We're actually going back to Heidel, and when we're in Heidel, we're going to speak to Enrico. Now Enrico, as you can see, I've not done many, has an array of quests. One that we're looking for is Glish Commemorative Coin. Now this again is a really simple quest, and you don't have to do any amity games to get this unless you're under level 25. If you're under 25, you just have to speak to him and get your 50 amity, but hopefully you're probably doing this at the latter levels like I am, because you've probably been too lazy to do these quests anyway when you're leveling up. So while we're running towards the Glish ruins, as you can see, I'll speed this up again, I'll give you a bit of information about the quest. So the guy says, coins have monetary value, but not all coins. Glish commemorative coins have a special meaning to me. They were released before one of the towns turned into ruins. The town used to be nice and energetic, very bright. In fact, the current ruins are where I was born and raised. I miss that place a lot. Anyway, so after the sob story, as you could imagine, you're going to go to the Glish ruins. Now, when you get to the Glish ruins, there are a few mobs around the area which you just have to kill. They're from the Mudsters. Now, you only have to pick up 1 of these coins. Now, it does have a fairly low drop chance, as you'll see here where I'm running around. Apparently, according to the online forum, it's about an 8.5% chance. But hey, it's pretty easy to go around and kill. So as I'm going around at this point, as you can see, I'm trying to spot the mobs, and in fact some people probably still don't know this, and it did actually take me a little while to notice this. Luckily I did know it by the time I was doing this character. When you look on your map, if you look at the points actually on the map in the top corner, you'll see that in your radar anything that's red is obviously a mob. Now anything that's orange is a mob, which is also a quest mob. Now I apologise to people that have been playing this for a while and that sounds like I'm teaching you to suck eggs, but there are a lot of people that didn't know that, and I have to admit, when it came to doing the character levelling up again, I found it so incredibly useful. But anyway, as we see, I'm just about to finish this quest off now, and I get to my next tiny bit of drama flashing in the top left. So, as you'll see here, and actually you may have seen in the video, my horse is actually getting wrecked now, and I don't know what's doing this. So place your bets now. Will I get back and save it? Here we go, I'm running. It's getting low. It is very low, but my wolf's going for it. The wolf's going. Will the mount survive? It's getting low. Can he do it? Here it gets. Oh, just lucky horse. So, of course, when you're doing these quests, don't do what I just did. Make sure you park your horse in a good area. And you've got to remember, this isn't like other MMOs where, you know, you summon your horse mystically out of your bag by clicking on an item. Your horse is a physical entity, so don't make those mistakes, because it can be such a pain when you've got an inventory full of stuff and your horse isn't there. I've had this before when I've had to run ages on my own feet because I let the horse die. Absolute shocker. Anyway, after the quest we go back to Enrico and he's going to give us 2 combat skill points for doing, again, a really easy quest. Obviously all these quests mostly give you a bit of contribution XP as well, but realistically we're here for the combat skill points. So there you go. Thank you very much, Enrico. Cheers, buddy. So there we go, 7 really simple quests which actually reward 12 combat skill points. Now at the start 12 combat skill points don't sound like such a big thing, but once you get over the 50, and I presume when you're over 55, these skill points take longer and longer to grind, and every time you get a skill point increase, obviously you get them in 3, but this can be hours of grinding. So to get this mass amount of points very quickly is really good. Now this is just the first part of a multiple part guide that I'm going to be putting out. So this is the first 7 quests. Now I do believe there's quite a few more. In fact, off the top of my head, I think there's about 40. So hopefully this will be a 4 or 5 part series. We'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it was useful for you, and I'm looking forward to the next video. Bye everyone.